On June 22, 2005, three boys went missing in Camden, New Jersey. 11-year-old Annabelle Cruz, 6-year-old Daniel Augusto, and 5-year-old Justin Pagan were last seen on the Cruz property around 5 p.m., eating Italian ice under a tree in the yard. Miss Cruz and Miss Pagan said they were watching the boys from the front porch. They went inside to prepare dinner, and about 10 to 30 minutes later, they returned to the porch and noticed the kids were gone. Soon, family, friends, and neighbors were searching for the lost boys. By early Thursday morning, 150 police and firemen joined the search using bloodhounds, helicopters, and boats to patrol nearby rivers. A bloodhound had followed a scent from the Cruz yard to half a mile away near the edge of the Delaware River. Police feared the children had wandered too close to the water and got swept away, so they focused much of their efforts in these areas. Around 7 p.m. on Friday, June 24, 2005, Daniel's father, David Augusto, discovered the three children dead in the trunk of a Toyota Camry that was parked in the corner of the Cruz family yard.
In Camden, New Jersey, the frantic search for three missing boys has come to a devastating end. More than 100 law enforcement officials and volunteers spent days looking everywhere for the boys who disappeared while playing in one of their yards. Yesterday evening, the mystery was solved. ABC's Hari Srinivasan has the story from Camden.
A visit to a makeshift memorial for his son today was too much for a father to bear. While one father collapsed today, another searched for his strength.
I got my heart broke. I want to die with my boy. I want to go with my boy.
2 days of searching every nook and cranny of this Camden neighborhood, the search ended where it began. The bodies of 6-year-old David Augusto, 11-year-old Annabelle Cruz, and 5-year-old Justin Pagan were found in the trunk of a parked car, yards from where they were playing.
I saw on TV my brother looking in front of a car, and then he popped the trunk, and then he went hysterical, and I saw my sister-in-law on the floor crying, and that's when they told me that the kids were dead.
The 1998 Toyota Camry belonged to the grandmother of one of the boys. Today, the coroner ruled the cause of death was suffocation, an accident. Police said they'll investigate why the trunk was not searched.
Possible they would have been found alive had they checked the trunk at that time?
I would have to say that it's a possibility, but I can't be sure about that.
The boys were close friends. 5-year-old Justin Pagan loved the LA Lakers. Daniel Augusto, 6, loved plants and animals, especially cats. 11-year-old Annabelle Cruz had neurological problems. Relatives said he related best to younger children. For a neighborhood that would normally be preparing for tomorrow's Puerto Rican Day parade, this was a day of mourning.
The little boy, Daniel, and my granddaughter, she's 5 years old, and one day he said to her, when I grow up and finish school, I'm going to marry you. That's cute.
Neighbors were out on the streets today collecting money for the families of the dead.
Bob, it became law just 4 years ago that every new passenger car have a little trunk latch on the inside like this, so a little kid or an adult could get out if they were trapped inside. Now, in this case, the car was just too old.
Some terrible lessons tonight. Hari Srinivasan, many thanks. And now to Florida, where
The police later determined that the boys had died from suffocation and that the incident was an accident. The Camden police were heavily criticized, and many felt their search procedures were disorganized and not up to date with modern protocol that's used to find missing children. It was later discovered that a female officer had begun searching the vehicle, but she got called away midway through her search and failed to return and finish the job. The officer then told her supervisors that the car had been searched. Police also found the boys' shoes in the back seat of the Toyota Camry. Many believe the authorities would have thought to check the trunk had the officer not missed such crucial evidence by doing a proper investigation of the vehicle. Paul Bandis, an attorney hired by the Cruz family, claims the police conducted a panel review after the children were found and concluded that the department should have located the boys. The panel report said you cannot rely on the parents when they are panicked. You can try to get information from them, but don't rely on that. That's why you have trained professionals. The panel found the boys should have been found by the police right then and there. Although the city does not admit any wrongdoing, they agreed to a settlement with the families of the three boys in April of 2010.